What's going on, everybody? My name is Justice. I'm with my guy.
Bro, it's popping. It's popping. It's your boy Tyaire. How y'all doing?
And you tuned into the Silky Boys podcast, or Wavy's podcast, after sports news, what's going on in the culture right now. Zaire, how you feeling today, my boy?
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. Long week. Got a big playoff schedule, bro, but I'm happy, bro. Let's go.
Right, big playoff schedule. Finally got the final four teams left, each conference. Just a quick recap of last week's games. So the Bills ended up beating the Ravens 17-3. That was just a rough game overall. Buffalo's offense kind of subpar at best, I should say. Their defense is really what kept them in the game throughout the entire time. Lamar, he made a couple of plays here and there to kind of extend drives, but unfortunately those drives didn't result in a lot of points. Justin Tucker missed like 2 field goals in the first half, no touchdowns at all throughout the entire game. And Lamar left in the second half with a concussion. So unfortunately, that's how the Ravens season ended. A great season for them, but unfortunately the way that ended for them. And then with the Chiefs and Browns were in it for a minute. There was a calm minute in that third quarter after Patrick Mahomes went out where there was a possibility that the Browns could have upset the Chiefs. It was there for a second.
I was so scared, bro. I saw the goat stumbling down. I was like, what is going on right now? I was like, what is going on right now? NFL send the best doctors to the field right now. Like, this is the money right here.
Right. When I saw Patrick Mahomes down for that long, you see him get up and he's wobbly a little bit. You're like, oh, my jaw literally dropped. I'm like, don't do this right now, NFL. Do not do this right now. Do not ruin the best product that you have that you've had in a minute.
I was like, and on that play, I'm like, why did the Chiefs even run him on this play, bro? I'm like, it was such an unnecessary way to get injured too, bro.
Yeah, he didn't have to get hit, bro.
Exactly.
At all, bro. But Bucks, KC was able to hang on, win that. And we have Bucks and Saints. Drew Brees, potentially his last game. It came out right during the game, actually, that this was going to be his last game. But then afterward, there were reports that maybe he's going to take some time, think about it, maybe come back next year. But we all know it's definitely going to be his last game. And unfortunately, it's sad the way that he went out. 2 interceptions. One of them was really bad. You can tell that he was playing hurt. And just overall, man, just Brady had to end another career, unfortunately. Had to end another great Hall of Fame career in playoff fashion. And just Brady being Brady, man. But what was your, one of the exciting moments from that weekend?
One of the saddest moments for me, really, I was like, I low-key was underwhelmed this week. I feel like we got hyped up and the games really weren't that good, kind of really. Like the Chiefs games was all right. And I feel like all the other games were just blowouts. Like the Packers did what they had to do. The Rams really didn't show up. The Bucks, that game, it was cool for a minute, and then Breeze started throwing all his picks. It was like that Jameis play was fun to watch. I feel like that was a big moment in the weekend. But other than that, I feel like this weekend really was underwhelming compared to all the excitement we had last weekend.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way too. Probably the highlight was that Jameis throw to Trayvon Smith with the touchdown. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it was solid overall. But now, like I said, we got the best 4 teams left. So we got the Bucks playing the Packers, bro. Up in Lambeau. Tom Brady, he's been here before, but a lot of these guys haven't been here before. It's going to be a cold weather game. A lot of these guys are used to playing in Florida where it's not that cold at all. How do you think it's going to affect them, and what are you expecting from the Bucks?
I'm expecting the Bucks to come out hard, but honestly, bro, I feel like this whole season was about one person, Aaron Rodgers, and I feel like that's who everybody's eyes is going to be on at that game. Because, like, Brady's Brady. He's going to go down as the GOAT, regardless of the fact. But Aaron Rodgers being the player he is and who is regarded as the best player to ever play the position, like, he's just the most talented ever. I feel like we always put him in the GOAT conversation. But I feel like he would finally have a chance to beat the guy who everybody calls the GOAT, get another Super Bowl, possibly have another 1 or 2 under your belt, and then at the end of that day, then we can kind of really have that GOAT conversation if Aaron Rodgers possibly ends up with maybe they win this year, maybe another year, and Aaron Rodgers has 3 to Brady's 6, then we can say, okay, this guy was clearly better. So his 3 kind of weighs more than his 6, who was playing with the greatest dynasty of all time. So I feel like this weekend is most important to Aaron Rodgers. With everything he had to deal with coming into the season, the chip on his shoulder that he had. I feel like even the way he's been talking into his interviews, I feel like he's really about to come out and ball out this weekend.
So you're predicting a Packers victory.
Yeah. I feel like
Okay.
we're gonna have the State Farm Bowl that we were supposed to have last year, bro. Finally gonna
That's
get we're gonna get the State Farm Bowl, bro.
that's a fact. That's a
Mhm.
fact. Because right now, Packers just seem like, besides the Chiefs, the best team in football right now. Aaron Rodgers, he's a bad, bad man for a reason. And just overall, he's going to be able to get it done.
But
And
as a
after last year, after that 49ers game, that NFC Championship game last year, that left a bitter taste in his mouth. He knows that he's not going to let that happen for a second time in a row.
But as football fans, I feel like we just really need to appreciate what this weekend is, because at the end of the day, we're watching the three greatest quarterbacks play in this weekend. Like the three best quarterbacks to ever play are all playing this weekend. So everybody take that in and just appreciate what we got coming this weekend, because
That's a
we
fact.
got three goats playing right now.
That's a fact. And Josh Allen.
Yeah, and Josh, it's the Goat Bowl plus Josh Allen.
Shout out Josh Allen getting having a great year. Shout out Bills fans. I know y'all are going crazy out here, and y'all think. And for everybody out there in Western New York, it's everybody versus the world for y'all. So keep riding that momentum. You know, Buffalo's definitely going to need against KC, even though Pat is in concussion protocol. He's still going to play, but even if Pat's at 80%, that's more than enough.
This is concussion game, bro. That's just what there's gonna be in the doc, bro. This gonna be the concussion game, bro.
The concussion game. I cannot wait. It's going to be an exciting weekend. Like we both predicted, it's going to be KC and Green Bay. We'll see what happens, obviously, because anything can happen. On a scale of 1 to 10, honestly, do you think there was going to be an upset either Bills way or the Bucks way? Like, on what, like how much?
I know this might surprise y'all after all the GOAT talk I've been talking about, Pat, but I feel like the Bills are the bigger upset. I feel like what happened this weekend. I just feel like Buffalo has an energy around them right now that I feel like they're poised to win, but I just love Pat so much, and I think he's the GOAT that I think the Chiefs are going to win. But I feel like if an upset were to happen this weekend, it'll be the Bills.
I feel that. It, like you said, just is Western New York everybody versus the world. That's
Mhm.
essentially what it is. So looking forward to those games. Let's get into NBA right now. So NBA, all teams played about 12 to 16 games right now. We're starting to get fully adjusted into the full season, where we're expecting for each team. One of the teams I expected to do well and make the playoffs this year was the Washington Wizards. Because the backcourt of not John Wall, but Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal on paper with a lot of young guys around there, it should have been enough. But right now, they're struggling. Right now, they're one of the worst teams in the league, bottom in the East right now, about 3-8. It's nothing's working right now at all. And Bradley Beal, he's becoming frustrated. And understandably so. He's about 26, about to be 27, in the prime of his career, putting up ridiculous numbers right now, scoring the ball the way he is. Is this going to be a situation where we have another superstar trade this season?
I think it will, bro. I just feel like the energy is in the air, not just with basketball, but I just feel like sports as a whole. I feel like we just in that energy, like the players gonna get where they want. It's like just in this world, just the time we're in, we not into wasting anything. So I feel like Bradley Bill's not really gonna sit here. I'm not wasting any more seasons left in Washington. Y'all could call me a sellout or whatever, but everybody sees that this situation is not moving forward. So if we can in this and I could go move on to a place like Philly, or even maybe if the Lakers want to try to make something happen and really compete with the Nets, if they try to get me and swing some pieces that way, hey, I'm ready to get out of here. But I feel like it's time for them to break it up. They already shipped John Wall out. I feel like it's a matter of time before Bill goes. And I feel like that Philly situation would probably work out best for him and Philly as a whole. I really like that move if they were to make that move.
It makes the most sense too from also Washington's standpoint because in that deal Ben Simmons is going to be involved because Embiid is the untouchable, so it'll already be Ben Simmons all on the move. And for Ben Simmons and for Washington, that's something you can have. You can build around that. Finally, Ben Simmons have his own team, and we'll actually get to see what he'll be able to do finally if that were to happen. And also, of course, you're going to get some type of draft compensation with that as well. Maybe even a young piece or two, like possibly even valuable in that trade as well. So that's something Washington can sell their fans on. That like, hey, we have this great generational guy that does it all on the floor, and be able to sell games that way, along with Russell Westbrook still doing Russell Westbrook things. And if you're Philly, you're just putting everything on Embiid now, and you're saying to Embiid, hey, look, we have shooters around you. We have a combo guard playmaker in Bradley Beal who you can work well with in pick and rolls and pick and pop situations. That's only going to benefit him and as well as Bradley Beal because he's never played with someone that has demanded so much attention in the paint. So he's going to be getting clean looks if that were to work out.
Yeah, definitely. And Philly needs it because, like we always say, yeah, Philly's looking good right now, but we know what it's going to come down to around playoff time. Like, so I feel like we not even really getting invested into the Philly hype this year, bro, because we know how that's going to end.
Right, just a great regular season team, but in the playoffs they're going to be questionable. Same thing that the Rockets were for the past couple of years. Great regular season team, but whenever it came in the playoffs, they weren't able to get it done.
Because those floors shrink and those type of offenses that run. Same with Milwaukee. It kind of shrinks when it's playoff time. Those possessions get cut smaller. It's a lot of half court sets, and with that type of spacing that those teams have, is really not much you could do with that half court set come playoff time.
Right. And you brought Milwaukee, and just remind me of something real quick. There's no shot of Giannis right now of like him being the guy.
I have a problem with Giannis right now. I'm telling you, I genuinely have a problem with him. I watched that Nets game the other night, and it's no reason that Chris Middleton should be taking the last shot, and you just signed for $220 million. Like at a certain point, I'm gonna need these analysts and people in the media to kind of hold Giannis accountable for the platform that they put him up on. Like if he's gonna be this 2-time MVP type of player that y'all have honed him to be the next heir to LeBron and the king of the league after him, he's going to have to start being in this moment. You cannot disappear in the last 5 minutes of a fourth quarter every time. Like Chris Middleton is not a $220 man at all. I shouldn't see Chris Middleton taking a shot, especially against a new look Nets team who you have been the king of the East for the past 2 years. And they're saying this is the team that's coming to overthrow you. Yeah, I want you to take the shot. So right now, I need Giannis to get it together, sit down with somebody who's a real basketball mind and kind of teach him the ins and outs of the game. Because right now he's just running around dunking like James Harden said last year, bro.
Right, and like you said it, like in the last 4 to 5 minutes of the game, he kind of like that moment has kind of shrunk now for him. He kind of shrinks in those moments, and that's something that we're obviously we as fans and members of media, like, yeah, we're going to pay attention to that because those are the moments that really matter. Again, if you're going to be a 2-time MVP, we're going to expect you to show up in those moments. And also part of it, too, it just doesn't seem like he wants to go to the free throw line, too, because he's been struggling for the past, really since the beginning of the season, just hitting shots from the free throw line. So now he's playing like, oh, no, I just don't want to get fouled, like hack and shack all of a sudden. And you're honest, like, again, we're nitpicking right now because we expect you to be great. We expect these things because of you because you're a 2-time MVP. And also because the clock is ticking. Again, you signed that 5-year extension, that Supermax deal. We're expecting you now, okay, to take over and really try to lead this Bucks team to a championship. If they're selling for Chris Middleton corner threes while he's being double teamed this early in the season, like that says something to where they are as an organization, just as a team right now.
Exactly.
It's like how much trust do you really put into this guy right now?
And it's like the East is going to move along quick. Like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are not going to be young forever. Like they're going to enter their prime soon. Like there's a lot of young talent, like Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, those guys, they're going to only get better. And Giannis is going to get older. And that team, Chris Middleton, those players are going to get older. And y'all might have missed your window that y'all had for the past 2 to 3 years.
Right. NBA windows are only open. Championship title windows are really only open for about 3 years, 4 years at the most. Mm-hmm. Milwaukee, like this is year 2, realistically speaking, and it's looking a little shaky. If you really want to be honest, it's kind of like year 3 because there is a case to say like they should have went to the finals 2 years ago.
They should have beat Toronto. They should have beat the Heat last year. It's like, what's going on?
What's going on, man? Another team that I have a lot of questions to in the NBA too, like the Pelicans. Pelicans, like I was excited about this team on paper. I was expecting Zion to take this next big leap and just to see what he was going to be able to do with a full season under his belt. Brandon Ingram still doing what he's doing, and just overall what this new look team was going to look like. And I'm like just underwhelmed by just what's going on right now. And also, I just have some little bit caution and concerns when it comes to Zion right now because I don't think he's the same athlete we saw in college right now. And I just wonder if there's things going on behind the scenes because of that. Like I don't know about you and like how many Pelicans games like you've seen, anything like just overall does he still like seem the same just from an athletic standpoint?
Yeah, bro. I haven't really been tuned in that much to the Pelicans. I could probably caught a game or two, so there's probably something more you could speak to. Yeah.
But just that, just a lot of like I was watching the game yesterday against the Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who was handling the ball on the break for the Pelicans. Throw up a half court lob to Zion, and it just didn't like he still caught it and was still able to finish the play, but it just didn't seem like he barely got up there. You know what I mean? It was just like one of those like where was this guy that was catching half court lobs like it was nothing, jamming down over the guy's heads. Dude, that seemed like a mini Blake Griffin that was just jumping and dunking over.
Yeah, I definitely get you because like when he was at Duke, it was just electric, and I feel like ever since just because he started late last season, I just feel like whatever knee injury he had last year at the beginning of the season, I feel like that same electricity hasn't been there for him, and I don't know if it has to do with his conditioning or his rehabbing or how just the Pelicans franchise is like their medical staff has always been iffy, just the way Anthony Davis was always hurt every year, even back to Chris Paul, some of his earlier injuries in his career. So like that organization has always had problems keeping those stars healthy. But like you said, you don't know. It could be something off the court. Like he has a lot of court cases going on with the stuff that was going on at Duke with that agent. So you're right. We don't know what's going on. He got a lot of pressure on him, but I feel like it's his conditioning, bro. I just really feel like if he slims down and just if he's built like LeBron, bro, like it's really not much to do, bro. Like if he can lose 15 to 10 pounds, they'll be straight because he can be that power guy down low, and Brandon Ingram could be that smooth, silky guy on the outside, bro. Like they can really have the best of both worlds.
And there's like been speculation about like if those guys can play together. Personally, I do believe that they can play together.
I think they can. I feel like it's a perfect balance they both can offer to that offense. Like one is going to punch you in the mouth and one is going to rock you to sleep. So it's just like it can work. And with Lonzo, just the IQ that Lonzo has on the basketball court, I feel like he'd be able to make it balance out.
Right, and he's a restricted free agent this summer, so it'll be curious to see if they're gonna match any offer that he gets in free agency to see if they'll be able to retain him, or they're gonna look to see like just to upgrade that spot, just because like Lonzo he has improved as a shooter, but he's not quite where you want to be at. I think he will at the end of this year. I think he will, but as far as like Eric Bledsoe goes, and like they're not playing JJ Redick enough. Like honestly, there's just not a lot of shooting on that team to really complement those pieces of just Ingram and Zion. Also, you have Steven Adams too, which was kind of just a weird throw in.
Yeah, just like let's just go get Steven Adams, man. Like,
yeah, just a throw in order to make the deal work. But you think realistically, like you're paying this guy $18 million a year, but he's taking up all the space and all the things that Zion's supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like cool, so you have two strong players, like cool, but like.
But like in order for Ingram, but in order for Brandon to thrive, in order for Zion to thrive, they need as much space as they possibly can because Zion's going to be running that baseline back and forth. That's his space. He needs that. Brandon's going to be up top and on the wings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that would have been a cool pickup back in '91, but like now, like we're not the bad boy Pistons. Like we don't need that.
Not right now, man. Not right now. I don't know. Just a curious case what's going on with the Pelicans right now. I hope they figure it out. I hope they figure it out soon because I just don't want to see Zion's early years wasted, especially as well as Brandon Ingram too, who's the guy that's about to scratch his prime right now. Yeah. Just don't want to see it, man. Let's get into a little bit of the culture. So we had the Verzuz last night. Shanti, Keisha, Cole. I missed out on it, unfortunately. So, bro, like, how was overall this experience, dog?
Bro, it was good. It started 5 months and an hour and a half late, but it was good, bro. Like it it was what I expected. I knew Keisha Cole was gonna come through with a lot of crackhead energy, singing like a soulful crackhead, and that's what she was doing. But overall, I would give Ashanti the dub just basically off of song placement. And I felt like this is always what we said in these battles. Like you can have the best songs, but if you play them at the wrong time, you're gonna lose. And that's kind of what happened to Keisha. She played all her best hits like in the first half, and then once we got to the back half, she's like, "Yeah, this is my new track." So I'm like, no. Like the last round was always on time versus a new Keisha Cole track. So I'm just like, like we didn't ask for that. Like they took the DJ booth strategy into this battle.
The DJ booth strategy. Now that's the thing about like versus artists. Like, don't play like your hits early on. Like, I feel like everybody should know this by now. Like, don't play your hits early on, and like, don't play anything anything new. Like, even if you think it's going to be a hit, like, no, don't play it in the verse because you don't know how it's going to swing your way.
Because like some of these artists only got really like 4 to 5, maybe 6 real hits. So you kind of want to sprinkle them in there, probably save those last 4 to the back end, and then probably sprinkle those other 3 in the middle. Like you could speak of those like mid-major hits into the middle rounds. But if it's like a top hit, you gotta say that to end. Because like when Always on Time comes on, and you play a new track, we're just like, no, like
we're always gonna go like, no, turn up all the way on time. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, Keisha Cole, like, what are we doing? Like, Keisha Cole, you cool with all of us? Just like, nah, I'm trying.
Like, this is a certified classic. We grew up on this. Like, we're not trying to hear no new Keisha right now. New Keisha, not right now. Like, like not right now. Round 20. Like, that's not the time for new Keisha.
Nah, not at all. New Keisha, that's reserved for Fridays for one. That's what it's reserved for. Now on a versus platform. Speaking of a versus platform, though, so something that's been going around the internet just a little bit after this was suggested in the comment sections, I found out Usher versus Chris Brown as a versus. I don't know how you feel about this because obviously you're the biggest Usher fan. You're also a big Chris Breezy fan as well too. So like, where do you lie on this right now?
I lie on this with no disrespect. I love Chris Brown. Chris Brown is the Kobe Bryant of music. If Michael Jackson is Michael Jordan, Chris Brown will be the Kobe Bryant. However, in a versus battle for 20 songs in R&B music, Chris Brown cannot be whoa. He can't be that he can't be that guy either, but he can't be Usher. He cannot be Usher, bro. Like, Usher has a classic album that is unskippable. Chris Brown does not have that. Chris Brown does not have One Confessions. Chris Brown probably doesn't have a 8701 either, or a My Way. Those are 3 classic albums that Usher has. The only classic Chris Brown album I'll probably give him is probably his first one, Chris Brown, or X after the Rihanna situation. But other than that, it's iffy. And for me, in a versus battle, I feel like impactful songs matter more. And I feel like once we get into the battle, we're gonna notice that a lot of Chris's songs kind of mirror each other, and they're really like party bop type of records, like Wet, Pills and Automobiles, all those type of songs, like Crush, like all those songs kind of mirror each other. And when we get to Usher, it's gonna be real pain R&B music. I want to go cry, sing in the rain, dance in the rain to this song. And when they match up against, and then like in a playlist type of order, you're just gonna hear the songs differently, and then you know the battle. But to all the Chris Brown fans out there, if we want to have a mock battle, we can hit me up so I can just show y'all how Usher will smoke this man, because it would not be a close battle. Y'all will get Chris Brown embarrassed. So just stop hyping this up. There's only one person who could be Usher in a battle. I named him by accident. Stop it. And that's just as simple as that, bro. Confessions is an album that has 14 hit songs on it, bro. How do you beat that in a 20-song hit battle?
Like, some people don't even have 14 hits in their career. In the first half of their career. Like,
we're talking about an album that has 14 hit songs on it. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, just stop bringing that man up in a versus battle.
What's going on right now
But I
I
would
don't
love to
know.
happen because I want to be in my house screaming every Usher song to the top. I'm gonna be singing Chris Brown song. It's never the right time. I'm gonna be all in there, bro. So like, if it happens, it happens. But Chris Brown already shot it down early in the year. He like it's only Chris Brown versus Chris Brown. So it's just like
So with that being said, so talk about like how Usher is almost like an untouchable when it comes to verses. Same way that we look at like Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z is like an untouchable when it comes to like verses. Like who else is really in like in that category? Would you say?
Drake, Dr. Dre, Diddy, uh R&B side, probably Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, and that would be it. It would probably, yeah, that'd probably be it. Nobody's pretty much untouchable after that. It's a
I think
short list.
it's a
Short,
short list, but I
yeah, and
also
then
throw Wayne in there too.
who? Oh yeah,
Wayne.
Wayne, and then Beyonce, Rihanna. My fault. Those like it's a real short list, probably 7 to 8 people. But other than that, yeah, anybody can have a versus battle. But it's just some catalogs that it's too powerful.
Yeah, you can't touch. And like when I saw like that whole thing about Chris Brown, Usher, I thought like Chris Brown was in that like in that tier as well, so like almost like untouchable, just based off the career that he's
He
had. Like,
he is. He definitely is. But it's just like when you get to Usher and we're talking R&B music, it's just you're not going to be in that tier. But if any other R&B artist wants to talk to Chris Brown, like you look foolish. Like if Trey Songz like I want to battle Chris Brown, we're laughing you out the room, bro. Respectfully, like respectfully, bro.
would it be that bad? Like, realistically, would it be that bad?
It wouldn't be that bad because early Trey Songs had them hits, and I feel like he would probably have more of them R&B songs than Chris if we go through the battle. But I just feel like Chris's star is just so bigger. So a lot of those hit records Chris would play, it would probably get more play in a versus battle. So people would just give it to Chris. But I feel like early Trey, like 05 to 09 Trey would probably have more hits because that was when I was early into R&B when I had my heart broken in like 5th grade. Trey Songz was like the artist I was listening to at that time,
Right. Yeah.
bro. Yeah, like
Yeah, and like you spoke on this real quick just to mention that like the whole like star power when it comes to like with a song and like artists and like in the versus battle, like yeah, this song like might be all right, but because it has this person on it, either as like a feature or even if it is their song, what they did or afterward or like you said like impact wise, I can see that like and how that can kind of play into a versus too in people's mind like, hey, this might not be the best song, but it's this guy's song, so we're gonna give it to him off the rip, even though it's against another, even though the song that's being played against isn't up to par. You know what I mean?
exactly. And like people like, oh, I remember when this song came out. This was a huge moment when this song was here because it was that artist and when he released it. So they're just gonna piggyback to that. And I feel like that's what happened to Keisha Cole last night. Like Ashanti's songs weren't better, like emotionally, vocally than Keisha Cole's, but Ashanti's songs were just bigger records and people remembered them at that time. And I feel like a lot of Ashanti's music was such a highlight of early 2000 music. Like if you go to an early 2000s R&B playlist right now, Ashanti is going to be on it. And I just feel like that's the kind of dichotomy you get, like when that star power or that hit power is there, that song tends to overweight, even though if the other song was a better, more powerful song, you might have felt in the battle. Because like it was a couple songs last night that was like, I'm giving this to Keisha, but the song Ashanti played was like a super smash hit. But this emotional Keisha record made me feel better than whatever Ashanti was happy singing about. Like it was like a perfect like comparison. It was like Keisha Cole is the music you listen to when you're in a breakup, and Ashanti is the music you listen to like when you're happy with your person. Like that's another thing with verses. It's like how you match up the battles because I feel like they did it wrong. I feel like honestly, verses should have had Brandy versus Ashanti and then Monica versus Keisha. Because I feel like those two, their music kind of mirrored each other better, and Ashanti and Brandy's music kind of like more upbeat type of mirrored each other better. Because at the battle, it was just one happy girl and an angry person, and then a happy person, angry person. It's just like we should have had the two goons in the same room together, bro. Like that would have been fun. Like who's the hardest? Like
I mean, we already saw that with Gucci and Jeezy, so like, why not? Like, should happen again? Like, why not? Why not though?
Bro, Gucci and Jeezy, that's one of the most iconic verses ever.
That will forever
That
live
would
on.
never be top, bro. Like
That will forever always live on, man. Oh my God. Oh man. Real quick, like there's something going on in the culture right now that affects not only me but you as well. It affects both of us on like a personal level. And like I don't know why this came about, but it just is. The amount of shots that Justin LaBoy is taking at Pisces right now, I don't appreciate it at all. Like I really don't. And this has been going on for like almost 2 weeks now.
for real. Like I don't
Like
know.
what is going on? It's not even Pisces season, none of that. But yet we're receiving like the most hate. And mind you, like this is a dude that goes at everybody. Like no one is safe, bro. He goes at everybody. But lately, he has not been like he's been coming at our necks, bro.
Like, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm just seeing posts. I'm like, what did we do today, fam? Like and then I see, and then it's worse when you see all your ex girls posting it on their story. You just like, man, this what we doing.
Nah, this dude Justin is making it hot for everybody, bro. Like, there's honestly no reason for you to be coming at people's heads the way that you.
I just need to know the Pisces that broke his heart. And like it had to be a Pisces that broke his heart recently, because this is like a recent 2-week fuck Pisces bag that he's been in, bro.
That's like, what I'm saying, bro. Like, what is it like? It's been going on for like 2 weeks now, bro. Like what is going on, bro?
Like what Pisces demon broke his heart in the last month for him to just attack the whole gang like this, bro? Like it's unruly, bro. Bro said, I hope he said, don't let the inauguration distract you from the fact that Pisces ain't shit. I'm like, what?
Like, fam, like why we bringing politics into this now, dog? And like, why do we need to be a reminder of this? Be reminded of a false narrative? Like, what is the like, fam? And like, dog, like we know each other, dog. We're not that bad, dog. We're not that bad.
At all, bro, man. Free the Pisces, man. Stop the hate, bro. Speaking of politics, bro, that boy Trump's finally out of here, bro.
That boy out the crib, bro. He's gone, bro.
He is finally.
But now, honestly, realistically speaking, like we have not seen the last one. We have not seen the last one. He's gonna pop out in like another year or two. Like,
bro, like it felt weird, no cap. It felt weird, like damn, he's really gone, like damn. Like damn, I'm gonna miss this little nigga, like damn,
like all the funny shit he put this shit through, bro.
Like it's gonna be boring now. Now it's back to boring old America where nothing was happening, bro. All he cared about was tan suits and shit. Like back to the old regular racism that we was experiencing, bro.
Like I will say this though, like ever since he got elected into office, he made politics a lot more.
It was fun, bro. It was fun. It was an entertainment game. But like, I would have never tuned into the debates how I was tuned in. I would have never tuned into election night how I was tuned in. Like he made it a fun event, which it probably shouldn't have been. Like he probably did something that shouldn't have been, but he made it fun and he made us all enjoy it and enjoy the TV show that it was. But our 4 years has came to an end. We had a 4-year run. Most TV shows don't last that long, so we should be proud of it, bro. We should be proud that we got some good entertainment over these 4 years, bro. But
got some good entertainment. There's a lot of things that could have went sideways really quickly.
Bro, I thought I'm surprised we made it through, bro. I thought we were gonna be in 7 different wars, bro. Like it was just so many different end of the world situations that I thought we were gonna have under him. Even though we had one of the worst, we had a world global pandemic, but like
right, yeah. I mean there's that.
Yeah, but I thought like we was gonna go to really shoot some shit out with people. Like, I thought niggas were gonna get drafted. I just thought it was gonna be some real old times type of stuff. But like always, we made it through and we made it out, bro. So adios to that man Don, bro. All the MAGA people, we gonna miss y'all, not really, but y'all gotta go, bro. Like
they still gonna be here though. Bro, they're still gonna be here popping their shit, bro. It does not matter, bro. It does not matter. They still gonna be running around, bro. It's literally like, you know how, what you would call it, the 1984, what you call it, Bush Reagan T-shirt, like how that's kind of iconic, bro. That's when, bro, Trump and Pence is gonna be the same thing now. That's gonna be an iconic T-shirt now.
Bro, it's not even Trump and Pence. They don't even mess with each other anymore, bro. That's what's the wildest thing to me about this all is, bro. That the main two dudes in all of this fuckery that we've been through in the last 4 years do not even fuck with each other anymore, bro.
No, bro, it was over. After Don ordered the hit, bro, on Pence, he was like, nah, bro. Like, nah.
Bro.
It was over after that.
Greatness, bro. I can't wait till the story's written, bro. Great.
What a time to be alive, bro. Honestly,
they need to have me in the doc whenever they film this shit. They need to have me in the doc, bro. Like them Netflix docs they have about these time CNN 2020s. I need to be in there because I'm gonna give y'all the real cut of what was going on, bro.
Like, what actually happened? What's really going down in these streets, bro?
Because it's wild out here.
It was a wild. All right, bro. Let's get into waviest moment / waviest person of the week, bro. Who do you got this week, my boy?
The waviest moment for me is this little clip that I saw during the Warriors game they had this week. It was between James Wiseman and Draymond Green, and I just really liked the clip because it just showed me what is important for a lot of young players that a lot of young superstars don't have early in their career is a veteran who can kind of shape you and teach the game early on into your career. I feel like a lot of young superstars don't have that. And the fact that James Wiseman has that this early is something scary that the league should be worried about because he's learning from I say Draymond's the probably top 4 basketball minds right now. Probably him, Bron, CP, Rondo. I'll probably have those as the top 4 basketball IQs. So just that video just showed me that, okay, Draymond is going to turn him into a superstar on both ends of the floor. He's going to not make him focus just on scoring. He's going to make him focus on defense too. So that was just dope for me to see. So it was dope to see that Draymond instilling that championship DNA into that young rookie. And it's going to pay out in 2 years. I feel like that process is going to speed up just him being in that situation.
Yeah. Like James Wiseman is already like kind of a problem already as it is. Like you can see that every time that you watch a Warriors game. And so, like, for his next, like, when he takes that leap, which might be in year 2, like, it's going to be something for real. For me, my waviest person of the week has to go with Kyrie Irving. He's been getting a lot of hate, a lot of criticism in the past about 2 weeks. But at the end of the day, he's a real dude. This week came out a report that he brought George Floyd's family a house. And it's about... It speaks to, again, just Kyrie as a person. Yeah, he's a basketball player and one of the best point guards that we've ever seen. But he's also a really good guy off the court and is also, like, about action. And truthfully, like, about trying to empower his people and just trying to make sure everybody's good. So I just got to shout out Kyrie for that.
Yeah, that was dope. Kyrie Irving's the Malcolm X of basketball to LeBron James, Martin Luther King. We're gonna see that in a couple more years, but that's the storyline I see right now, bro. I'm proud of Kyrie and everything he's doing, bro. He's really taking those actions and putting those words and putting real life actions behind it, bro. So yeah, that was dope.
Not only just, again, like he is a basketball player at first, but there's also things on the side that he's also, and those things on the side are arguably more important. Actually, they are probably more important than what he does with a basketball on the floor.
And I just wish that some of these media personalities, these former athletes, especially these African-American media personalities and athletes would kind of have more understanding towards him in the media in the way they talk about him. I just wish that, but hey, it's not happening right now, but whatever.
It is what it is. We'll see. Honestly, he's going to be one of those guys that, like, obviously he already is in that position where it's either you love him or hate him, but as an outsider looking in on it, as a person, you probably never truly understand unless you really do sit down and like try to dissect his brain.
And I kind of always understand him because, like, at the end of the day, this is a kid that grew up without his mom. So, like, a lot of the same lessons that a lot of people in this world got from their mom, he never got. So a lot of stuff that he does, he's learning on his own at first. And that's really just what Kyrie is. A lot of stuff that he says is just him really just trying to learn about a situation or learn about something. So it might come off as foolish because a lot of people just pretend that they know everything about a situation. And he's not gonna be like, no, I don't know everything. I'm gonna come into this a little bit ignorant because hey, ignorance is bliss sometimes, but also when you're ignorant, you learn faster than if you pretend that you know everything. And that's why I'm glad that Kyrie stands up and doesn't pretend that he's Mr. Know-It-All.
True. All right, bro. Anything more you want to say or add?
Nah, bro, just I just wish this Deshaun Watson shit would stop, bro. That's all.
Yo, Deshaun keep playing with everybody, bro. All right, with that being said, we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to share, subscribe, and like everything that y'all do. We appreciate it. And with that being said, let's catch you on the next one.